help me with this. I know that we're throwing a lot at people right now, and analogies are good ways to compare this. So they want to deal with the solar panel like it's out there and it's just working, and then the cost of energy, of course, is going to be cheaper once it's all set up. Of course, once it's all built, it's going to be cheaper because there's no coal going in it. There's no ongoings. It's just sitting there and it's turning and it's glowing and it's producing energy. Let's move this into some kind of analogy so we can sort of put the spotlight on the bullshit being served up to the public.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. Analogy. I'm not sure whether you've heard one that you're fishing for at the moment, but I think it's kind of like the solar out there. That's only a raw input. It's like you saying that I'm going to bake pancakes and I've got the bag of flour. Right, it's you need some of the raw energy that's just falling around in the landscape, but getting it to you at the time is like adding a whole bunch of labour to it, and that's what the transmission network has to do. There's a whole bunch of complex engineering to make sure that it has the right sort of inertia, a steady frequency, so that if one thing drops or changes, everything evens out and nobody has surges through their power lines, that sort of thing. So basically, you can think of like the energy that you get on the solar panel. It's like just the cheapest raw ingredient that you put into the dish you're actually going to serve up, but you still have to have extra labour and extra systems added to that to basically make it ready to consume. Like, nobody wants to eat raw flour for breakfast, right? So if you want to bake a cake or make some pancakes, sure, but you got to have some heat, you got to have a pan, you got to have all the stuff to make it work, some eggs, some milk, whatever. And so I think this idea that we can just sort of cost the raw, unuseful input and say, well, that bit's cheap. When you're not making the cake, you're not actually making the full thing that you need to consume. It's just silly. It's amazing that it's got this far, and I think a lot of other countries, frankly, have moved past it. There's a much better appreciation around the world for what the total system cost, the full system costs are, and I think that other countries, United States even, have got to the point where they recognise that power that you can rely on, that you can switch on and off, has a very different value to that bit of power that just comes and goes of its own whim. Even if you collect it over a whole year, it's quite a bit, doesn't cost much. If you can't consume it at the second you want it, people elsewhere get that. I'm not sure why we don't.
Yeah, much for your company. Stick around, we have the Spectator TV up next. Jason Morrison is my name. You can catch the podcast and we'll see each other around somewhere, I'm sure. Till next time, catch you later.